Burrishoole. Burrishoole. And this is just a little bay approaching it. And what a fine property up there. One little slipway and pier and access. So I came in through this little narrow little channel here. Offers great shelter in the in any wind. I basically. Sorry, the engine's on now. It might make noise a bit hard. But the channel here goes up, narrows up from the river and all the way up towards the mountains in the distance. And around a couple of corners here, there's Burrishoole Abbey. Fine place, very picturesque. Current cemetery and so on. So I'm just wondering, is there a nice little place for an anchorage tonight? So I'm right up at the northeast corner of Clew Bay. And I had a wonderful sail up to get here earlier on. And the wind is very light, but I'd have always had to motor coming in here either way. So anyway, isn't that very pretty? Boathouse and all, look. Great to have money. So I didn't end up in that little bay, Burrishoole Abbey, in the end. It was very pretty, very picturesque and so on, but it was also very busy. And there were people everywhere. There was farmers on hills, there was people in boats and all sorts, and you wouldn't get a bit of peace and privacy. So I just appreciated it for what it was, and then went about and came down to this little bay, which is basically the other side of the same headland. It's a little peninsula, and it's got the funniest of names. What is it called again? Rosgullion. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. I'd have to look it up. I never heard of it before. I had to look it up and spell it out for myself nearly. So anyway, I've had my dinner. I'm listening to Classic FM and I am admiring that fine sunset. It's gorgeous. So the forecast for tonight, tomorrow and the next day is fairly steady east northeast winds. Going to fade off tomorrow maybe, and I might head straight out that direction there to up towards Achill. I always talk about Achill, but so I'm at the easterly end of Clew Bay, the northeast end of corner of Clew Bay. So way off in the distance, that hump in the distance is Clare Island, and from here that is probably 15 miles away. So I would like to probably go to Achill tomorrow, which is adjacent to where Clare Island is. And I keep wishing to go, and I think this might be the time to do it if there's any bit of wind to carry me off at all, you know. So just zoom back out there again. So the wind is easterly, but the tide, outgoing tide, has me sideways on to the current, the flood. The ebb is I couldn't figure it out. I thought it was actually dragging my anchor. I'm in about 3 meters of water normally, and I have a 10, nearly 12 meters of chain out, and I thought I couldn't be dragging. But as you can see from the wind vane, it's broadside on. So the tide has me just turned sideways. And all of this water is just, this body of water is just emptying. There's nothing up there, it's just a bay around that corner. It's just all shoreline. So it's the strangest sensation. But it's very nice. It's really nice. So here's a job I have to do tomorrow. You see the chafe on my sheets? Both of them. So that's not so bad, but this one is not good enough. So, and I don't have a spare sheet, but I'm going to change it tomorrow. Swap out that, I can't see the shackle on the end of that clew, but it's nonsense. It gets caught in the shrouds all the time. So I don't have a spare, but I'm going to put that line onto it and cut it and swap that out and be done with it. And order a new set of sheets. They are my originals, and I have the boat 9 years now, so it's time they were changed anyway. So there you go. One night of maybe 2 or 3 if I can get away with it in the end of May, and it's glorious and great to be out. Okay, thank you. Goodbye.